Thank you, Your Royal Highness, ladies and gentlemen. There is, of course, only one answer to the question that His Royal Highness posed, of course, for the next 30 years. We look forward to your presidency of this great organization, and I look forward also to your pestering, as you described it, sir, and working with you very closely going forward. I'm very pleased and proud to be joining you today as chairman. I believe that business in the community has never been more relevant than it is today. We face extraordinary challenges, an extended period of low macroeconomic growth, technological changes which, while hugely beneficial, are often not without cost for those at risk of being left behind, and profound demographic shifts. And where these challenges compound for certain groups or communities, the impacts can be devastating. A recent study suggested that the median real wage in the UK for 18 to 25-year-olds was the same or lower in 2013 as it was in 1988. For some young people, a generation of lost growth, and also a real threat to the fundamental sustainability of all businesses and communities. But these challenges are too large and too complex to be solved by any single actor. Government, business, or civil society cannot address them alone. And that's why the business in the community approach is so important. Its unique convening power, so clearly evident in this room today, has built an extraordinary coalition behind the idea of business as a force for good, from large PLCs to SMEs in every sector and region of the country, and connected to partners in government and civil society, locally and nationally, to deliver practical and real change. I remember how powerfully I was struck by that capability when I first led a Seeing is Believing visit, the program that's been referred to many times this evening. In November 2011, I took a group of senior executives from different industries to Toynbee Hall in Tower Hamlets, very close to where I work in Canary Wharf. And Toynbee Hall was created in the 19th century as a place for future leaders to live and volunteer in the East End of London. By contrast, we also saw YouthNet, an online charity that helps young people, and the Hackney Citizens Advice Bureau. The focus of the day was tackling financial inclusion. We met with advisors and with the people who had directly benefited from their services. It really was a tremendously powerful experience for the business leaders and very hard to ignore, bringing to life not just the challenges that people face, but the differences that we can make in helping them address those very difficult challenges. The impact and the strength and relevance of business in the community today is a great tribute to the vision of His Royal Highness. His sustained commitment over 3 decades is in itself a powerful challenge to the short-term pressures that many of us often face in business. And I also want to thank Mark Price for his huge contribution to business in the community over the last 4 years. His support of the Business Connector Network has transformed our ability to deliver practical local business actions that really meet local needs. And the network is now working with corporate partners to transform over 100 high streets. Working with Steve Holliday, whose energy and commitment many of you, including me, have experienced firsthand, Mark has challenged us to do more to address the urgent problem of youth unemployment. So far, 80 of us in business in the community have now changed our recruitment policies to make them more accessible to young unemployed people. And through his leadership of the Prince's Countryside Fund, Mark has made Business in the Community a truly national organization working for all our communities, urban and rural. Mark, you leave this organization in a great position of strength. And ladies and gentlemen, please join me in thanking Mark. So how can we build on this substantial legacy and achieve even more in the coming years? As I said in the opening of these remarks, in many ways the challenges have never been greater. And I'm grateful to many of you who took time to reply to the survey about the strengths of business in the community and its future focus. Your message was clear. In the business community and beyond, you greatly value business in the community's leadership across the responsibility agenda, the support that you can access, and being part of a network connecting you with others who are equally committed. You believe that we have a clear and important role with our convening power and our sectoral and geographic range to turn our common commitment into meaningful action. And you want us to continue to sharpen our focus on employment and skills, building enterprising and sustainable communities, and continuing to mobilize the responsible business movement among our members and, of course, more widely. Our challenge is clear. Not only to continue to show leadership for the responsibility agenda in our own businesses, but to work together to focus and amplify the impact of that leadership, and to broaden our partnerships and relationships to be the bridge between our members, other business organizations, governments, and NGOs, recognizing that none of us can achieve our common ambition alone. I began by saying that business in the community has never been more relevant. Or to put it another way, expectations of us have never been higher. And our opportunity has also never been greater. I am very excited to be working with all of you to meet that challenge in the coming years. Thank you very much.